Hello, my name is Rena Pacheco-Thaird, and I'm on ONE's policy team that I started with ONE about a year and 8 months ago, and I was really interested in coming here because of the combination of the advocacy and action. I care passionately about issues of poverty and really helping those in need, and I saw that ONE was doing a lot of great work on a variety of issues that impact the poor living around the world. And that's what brought me here, and I'm really interested in malaria in particular because it's both preventable and treatable. We have the tools, we know how to fight malaria, and it's just a matter of getting those resources and coordinating that energy to really achieve these dramatic reductions in malaria. The Global Malaria Action Plan, fondly referred to as the GMAP, is a vision for controlling and ultimately eradicating malaria from the globe. It starts with different targets, including by 2010 a reduction of cases and deaths of 50%, and then by 2015 to have cases down by 75% and to have deaths virtually eliminated. And as an immediate point, by 2010, there's a goal of universal coverage of preventative measures such as insecticide-treated bed nets and intermittent preventative treatment for pregnant women, those kind of control measures, as well as case management. And so the goal for that is by 2010 to achieve universal coverage for populations in need. The GMAP calls for two broad stages in the fight against malaria, and the first is rapid scale-up, and that means getting all the tools that we know work out onto the ground. And so the different tools that we have long-lasting insecticide-treated nets, we have indoor residual spraying, we have rapid diagnostic tests, we have the correct medicines, the ACTs, we have all those different tools at our disposal, and that first stage is that rapid scale-up. And then there's the sustained coverage, and that means maintaining the universal coverage that was achieved during the first stage and really emphasizing the education and looking more at research into new tools and preventative measures to really get us that extra mile. If the GMAP is successful, and I hope that it is, by 2015, 4.2 million lives in Africa alone in the 20 highest burden countries could be saved. And what that means is not just those lives saved, but it's preventing deaths today and it's preventing deaths tomorrow. If we can really achieve eradication, then for the average family living in these malaria endemic countries, it's no longer going to be a question when you get a fever of whether you're going to die. It's no longer going to prevent kids from going to school, prevent mothers and fathers from working, and so what we see is beyond the humanitarian impact, there's a really strong economic impact. That estimates are that in Africa, in just 1 year, malaria costs roughly $12 billion. And when we look at the costs for the GMAP, they're just a fraction of what Africa is already paying. So we can see in lives saved, the improvement of lives, and then just that economic impact, that there are so many things that we can see as benefits when we work towards achieving the GMAP and really seeing this plan take effect. To achieve these results in malaria control and eradication, there's some important things that we need to focus on, and one of them is grassroots support. That's where organizations like ONE come in to really mobilize folks around the world to show that there are constituents for these issues, that people really do care and want to see these reductions. And that translates into the policy support, and that means like here in the US we have the President's Malaria Initiative, we have the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, Tuberculosis, and Malaria. That's a global fund. So we have these different tools to help achieve the GMAP, and it really requires that policy support. And really what it all boils down to is funding, that the biggest obstacle to achieving these results is the lack of resources. That we've seen over the years a tremendous increase in funding for malaria, but it's not big enough. And to get that final mile to really work towards eradication, we do need a significant scale-up of resources.